Hey, customers, welcome back to another episode of Fast Film, where we cover all the news and reviews just for you. This week, we're covering November 7th through 12th. So, since the SAG strike has ended, we have a bunch of trailers this week. So, let's get into it. First one's going to be Avatar The Last Airbender. We got a or a trailer for the live action Avatar show that's coming out. I didn't really watch the anime as a kid, but I did see that awful M. Night Shyamalan movie. So, this looks like it's going to be a lot better than that. I'll definitely be checking it out when it releases on February 22nd.
I remember watching that one and I was like, this is cool. And then I watched the show and I'm like, that shit sucked.
It was so bad.
All right. So DreamWorks and Netflix released a trailer for a new animated movie called Orion in the Dark. And it's about a young boy named Orion who's terrified of the dark. And one day he gets a visit from the dark himself, pretty much. And he takes him on an adventure to help him get over his fears. But I was watching the trailer. I'm like, God, I swear the dark sounds very familiar. So I looked into it a little bit. And the guy that voices him is Paul Hauser, which you probably don't even know who he is. But if you watch Cobra Kai, you will know him as Stingray. And it looks like a good movie. It looks like a fun movie. I'll definitely be watching this one with my daughter when it releases on February 2nd on Netflix next year.
Yeah, I thought that one looked kind of good.
Mhm.
So we also got a for another animated movie. We got a trailer for the sequel to Inside Out. So they kind of show a new emotion in this trailer, which is anxiety, which is going to be a whole nother thing. This first one, I mean, so there's going to be following Riley, the kid, the girl from the first one. Now she's becoming a teenager, so there's going to be some new emotions added. The first one won an Oscar, so I'm sure they're expecting that to kind of be the same level of quality here. I'll probably check this out when it comes to theaters in summer of 2024.
I haven't even seen the first one yet for that one.
First one's really good.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. But Apple TV and the producers behind Band of Brothers and the Pacific are teaming up for a miniseries starring Austin Butler named Masters of the Air, where a group of soldiers are on a bomber fleet and they're fighting German fighters, so it's gonna be it looks insane. It looks pretty good. I really enjoy like World War II movies, pretty much any war movie, really. But the only thing is I not a big fan of Austin Butler. I feel like all his movies are always set like in the 50s or some shit. But I'll definitely be checking this one out when it starts streaming on January 26th.
And then the next trailer we got is I don't know anything about the character Ultraman, but this show looks kind of dope. It's like an alternate version Shohei Otani for anybody who watches baseball. He kind of like just turns into a giant kaiju fighting hero named
Mm-hmm.
Ultraman. It's kind of sick looking. It's gonna be on Netflix in 2024. I'll probably be checking it out.
Dude, one of my cousins used to call me Ultraman because when I had my fucking mohawk, it looked like it. Amazon Prime just released
Uh,
a teaser trailer, or not teaser trailer, sorry, it's just a trailer for the new Christmas movie starring Eddie Murphy named Kenny Kane Lane. Now, it's not based
mm.
on the game board. I thought it was at first, but then I saw the trailer and I'm like, I don't think this is based on the game. But I haven't played the game in a long time, so I highly doubt it has anything to do with this. But Eddie Murphy is a family man who wants to be the best decorated house in town, which they have like a little competition about. So he ends up signing a contract with an elf to help him bring like 12 days of like Christmas wonders and shit. Unfortunately, the elf is bad. And now the elf is trying to ruin Christmas. So now it's up to Eddie Murphy and his family to get rid of the elf, to pretty much bring back Christmas. And it looks okay. I mean, it's not no Haunted Mansion with Eddie Murphy. That was dope. But this one is going to be on Prime on December 1st.
Luis, when you say the game, do you mean Candyland? Is that what
Candy
you're
Cane
trying?
Lane, isn't that what it's called?
The game's called Candyland.
Oh shit.
So another Amazon project got a trailer this week. It's going to be for Reacher season 2. I don't know if you watched the first one, but the first season's pretty sick. Second season looks just as good. I mean, with my favorite part of the trailer being him kicking up the hood of a car so an airbag goes off and knocks out the driver. That shit's just sick. That's going to be coming to Prime on December 15th.
Damn, I'm still dying over here about Candy Cane Lane game.
It's Candyland, dude.
Yeah, I'm hella dumb. I even Googled it. I even typed in Candy Cane Lane game board and it came up. I didn't even read that it was called Candy Land, whatever.
Candyland.
All right. So the sequel to the new Ghostbusters movie released a new teaser trailer this week. And we don't really know much about the new villain in this one, and all we know is that they just make things freeze and are killing people. They're freezing everything and everyone in sight, which looks pretty cool. I mean, I do have to say that it's pretty cool that they're mixing the new like crew of the Ghostbusters with the old crew. We have Bill Murray back, we have everyone back, minus the one guy that is no longer alive. But Paul Rudd is also one of the new crew members, aside from like three or four kids. So he's like the only adult in this. We also have Patton Oswalt in it. I do like him a lot. Kumail Nanjiani's also in it. This looks good. This looks actually really good. I'm excited for this one. I haven't seen the first one, so I'll definitely be checking out the first one before I go check out the new one when it releases March 29th, 2024.
The first one was surprisingly good, and they actually show the guy who did pass away in it. So
Oh, dude, I did see
it's really
the
well done.
female one. I saw the
But that one's
female one.
bad. That one's
That
bad.
one sucked.
Then this reboot's pretty good though. And then we got a trailer for Millie Bobby Brown's new Netflix movie called Damsel. She's gonna be playing a princess who she appears to be the damsel in distress to start, and then it looks like she's gonna turn into the savior after the knights that come to save her all get fucking just murked. Like she's gonna save herself, which could be pretty badass. No actual date yet, but it's supposed to be out in 2024. It's something I'm definitely gonna check out when it's released.
Netflix and the creators of Game of Thrones have a new show called Three Body Problem. And the trailer doesn't really give much about the whole plot behind it. So I looked a little bit more into it. And it's about a decision that was made in China in the 1960s, echoes across space and time to where it reaches a group of scientists in the present. And now they have to face humanity's greatest threat. We don't exactly know what it is. We don't know what's going on. The teaser is very secretive about it, but it looks interesting. If you're into sci-fi, definitely check this one out when it comes out on Netflix on March 21st.
And then we also got a trailer for Michelle Yeoh's new show on Netflix called The Brother's Son. So it's a story about a Taipei gangster that he has to go back to LA to be with his family after his father's assassinated. I mean, it
Oh,
looks like it's going to have some pretty sick action. Michelle Yeoh, that's how she started. So I'm
mhm.
definitely looking forward to this. It's going to be releasing on Netflix on January 4th.
Oh, and Rebel Moon. Netflix released a trailer for Zack Snyder's new film, Rebel Moon. It's a sci-fi action with what I can only describe as the villains being like space Nazis, I
It's
guess.
knockoff Star Wars.
Is that what it is? Okay,
It's
well they
just a
look like
knockoff Star Wars. Yeah.
they look like space Nazis to me.
Yeah.
They end up landing in a village on a moon, and a mysterious woman living with the villagers there decides to fight against these fucking space Nazis. And it looks okay. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Zack Schneider anymore, really. I mean, I feel like he's not really hitting his mark anymore. It does look a little bit interesting, though. I mean, the action looks kind of okay. I mean, it is Zack Schneider, so you get ready for a bunch of slow-mo scenes, which the trailer does show a lot of. But we do have it has a pretty good cast. It has Charlie Hunnam to fucking Anthony Hopkins. But it's going to be in Netflix on December 22nd. But since the SAG after award strikes is over, let's get some headlines real quick.
Yeah, so finally, after 118 days, the SAG strike is over. Studios and Screen Actors Guild have come to an agreement, with some of the most important things really being about the pay rates for shows on streaming services and the use of AI going forward. I mean, us here, we're just happy it's finally over, and it looks like they were able to
Mhm.
come to an agreement in favor of the actors and everything. So it's pretty nice. It is going to be kind of interesting because I did see some of the legalese put in there for the wording on the AI stuff, which might be studios doing some scummy shit in the future. We'll see how that plays out. But at least we have some kind of agreement and we're going to get back to work around here.
An Elon Musk biopic is in development with the studio A24, who I love. They make some pretty good movies.
Hmm.
And to make it even weirder, the person set to direct this is Darren. What is it? Aronofsky. I always have
Aronofsky.
problems. Yeah, I always have problems pronouncing his last name. But he did direct well last year, so this will be weird. Let's see how this fucking comes
Yeah.
out. I'm excited for this one. I used to like Elon Musk, but not anymore, really. But we'll see how it
Yeah.
is.
Maybe it'll just be like Bo is Afraid. I know that's Ari Aster, but it's A24.
Yeah.
It's just going to be that, but Elon Musk. So not too surprising from the guy from Warner Brothers, because they're scumbags over there. The CEO of that thing is just a piece of shit. They finished that Coyote versus Acme movie, and now they're just throwing it away. I mean, I was kind of looking forward to this. We've looked at some behind the scenes footage that got released this week. It was going to have John Cena in it. He's always great in comedy. It looked like it was actually going to be pretty fun. I can't believe they're getting rid of this for a $30 million tax break. And it's just bullshit that Warner Brothers, out of any studio, seems to be pulling the most. Disney's done some stuff where they pulled shit from their streaming service, but HBO seems to, or Warner Brothers seems to be doing this all the fucking time with everything now. like It's getting ridiculous.
Just like John Cena, you can't see this movie.
Damn it, Luis.
I was, dude,
You were waiting. I knew you were waiting.
Dude, when we saw the leaked footage earlier, I thought of the joke. I'm like, oh, dude, I'm used for this one. And as Frank said earlier, with the strike ending, Deadpool 3 is set to start filming before Thanksgiving again. And Ryan Reynolds did mention on his Twitter that they will be releasing this movie in hopefully the summer of 2024. Being a Ryan Reynolds fan and Deadpool fan, I'm excited for this. Can't wait for this movie to come out. But we have a pretty good amount of reviews for you guys.
Yeah. So the first thing I watched this week is the new Netflix docuseries called Escaping Twin Flames. So this is all about like this twin flames universe thing that's like have these leaders of this group. It's supposed to be like a dating app essentially and helping people find their twin flame, which is like their true love. But it's really just these two scumbags, Jeff and Shalia or whatever the fuck her name is. And like they just take advantage of these people that are desperate for love and like making them just date people that they should have no business being around and charging them like hundreds of dollars a month to be a part of their classes. And they're just fucking trash people. You can find out in the third episode that they're like making people transition, like go from man to woman and shit. It is just they are shit people. They're awful. Biggest stories in there is like one of the ladies kept being pushed by them to go after this guy who finally filed a restraining order. She went to jail for a month because of this shit. There was a 19-year-old girl who was told that she should move across the country with this 30-year-old ex-con drug addict who had fucking schizophrenia because he sent her a song in her fucking DMs. These guys are pieces of shit. Fucking they suck. The documentary is good, but goddamn fuck these people that run this thing. Doc is a dope now.
Oh man, I love watching this kind of shit. Dude. I gotta watch that. I love watching other people's misery.
Dude, it so sucks. Like you feel so bad for the people that fall for it because they're just desperate for any kind of love.
Yeah.
And these people are in there. They're leading them and just they're scumbags, dude.
Oh man,
just watch it because it's so worth seeing how much you want to hate these people. Like
dude,
and that the guy has the most punchable face. I swear to God.
Yeah, I mean, I saw a picture of him. He does. He look. Yeah.
We got the picture right here of him. He's a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah. Fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, but moving on from all this hatred, something that I really did enjoy. Colin from Accounts is an Australian comedy that released last year in December. It finally released on Paramount Plus this week. And at first, I thought it was going to be a show similar to The Office because it sounds like it's going to be an office show like Colin from Accounts. I was fucking dead wrong. It's about two people that meet due to one of the female in the group flashing the guy while he's driving, which causes him to run over a dog. And so they end up taking the dog to the vet and they end up saving the dog's life. And now they have to kind of like nurture the dog together, but they don't know each other. They're trying to figure out a name for the dog and they end up coming up with the name of Colin from Accounts, which is the dog's name now. It's a big dope for me. I really did enjoy this one. It's hilarious. It's my type of humor. I mean, there's one whole scene where the girl takes a dump. The toilet doesn't flush in the guy's house, so she takes it out, throws it out the window. And the guy later picks it up thinking it's a dog shit. God. It's fucking hilarious. Check it out. It's on Paramount Plus.
And then so the best Marvel show had its second season finale this week, Loki. I mean, this whole season's dope. It goes into a lot about this branching timelines off of it's a direct continuation of the first season. I don't want to give too much away from the plot, so we're just going to make this review quick. If you watch Marvel stuff and you're not watching this, what the fuck's wrong with you? Like, this is the best thing Marvel has right now. The show's the best Marvel show for sure. It is kind of satisfying. It's going to be very interesting to see what they do with Loki going forward because I'm not even sure if he's really going to be around anymore. But I mean, this whole thing is fantastic. Definitely check it out. It's a dope for sure.
And The Curse released recently, and it's Nathan Fielder and Emma Stone. They're a newlywed couple who are trying to, I believe they're trying to have a baby, and they're starting a new HD TV show kind of thing where they're rebuilding the community, building up new homes and shit. And they end up getting cursed after Nathan Fielder's character gives $1 or $100 bill to a person on the street and takes it back after they finish filming. They get cursed, and it's filled with dark humor, which I absolutely love. The producer on the show, in the show, like as a character, is Benny Safdie, who I'll be bringing up later in the show. But he is such an asshole. It reminds me of Randy, who's a producer for this show. It's definitely a dope. It's fucking hilarious. It's a little pee pee scene, and it's fucking funny. Check it out. It's on Paramount Plus.
And then there was another Marvel project released this week in theaters called The Marvels. It's going to be following Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, and Monica Rambeau. I really like all these women as their characters, but this movie really misses the mark. It's the shortest Marvel movie by like 10 minutes or something, like 7 minutes. And it really shows because they
Oh,
are rushing through everything so fucking fast. Like it's super quick. Um, I mean, it's also got some bad stuff in it. Like, there's a cool concept where originally, like, whenever one of them uses their powers, they get switched in space and time. Like, they just get fucking shifted over there, like teleported. But they kind of just do it arbitrarily, so it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Still, they're great in the movie. The movie does have some fun stuff that I really liked. Probably with my favorite part being a bunch of cats and then them playing memories. Once you see that part, it's pretty funny. Otherwise, I'm a huge Marvel fan, but this one's just going to be an eye. It's not the worst Marvel movie. It's definitely still Thor 2, but it's not the best. It's just going to get an eye.
dude, I didn't like any of the Thor movies aside from Thor Ragnarok. They all sucked.
I mean, that's the best one for sure.
Oh,
The
definitely.
other three are kind of meh,
Yeah.
but two's
But
awful.
oh, jeez.
Two's the
Yeah.
worst.
Netflix released a new David Fincher and Michael Fassbender film, The Killer. Michael Fassbender is only known as the killer in this movie. They never say his name. He does have a bunch of aliases, and it's really good movie. I mean, it's he's a hitman in this movie, and there's not a lot of action for it being a hitman movie. He's an assassin, and it's just most of it's just about how he plans every murder he's gonna do, which is fantastic. I think it did a great job doing it. I prefer movies like this. I don't need to see all the action. Just seeing the planning so meticulous is really awesome. And the narration is him speaking, but it sounds like he's recording it on a video, like on a voice recording tape. And it sounds like he's doing like a diary for everything we're seeing. It's a definite dope. Check it out. It's on Netflix. But we have some deep cuts for you guys too.
Yeah. Oh, and I was telling you guys in our chat that like it feels like a Hitman movie. Like this is what
It
an
does.
Agent 47 movie should be. It's just slow
Yeah.
paced. Like it's not going around shooting up everybody. It's like, no, I plan out this one murder and that's what I do. It's really good.
It's like the
Um,
Batman of assassins.
yeah. So for deep cuts this week, I went with Triple Frontier. It's a Netflix original movie starring Ben Affleck, Oscar Isaac, Charlie Hunnam, and Pedro Pascal, and that other guy I can never remember his name. Uh,
Hudlin.
there we go. They play a group of friends that are like all like ex-military that they team up and pull a heist to rob a drug lord. Of course, they get really greedy and take too much, and it causes the whole plan to go awry. So the rest of the movie is them getting chased by the cartel. This movie is dope. They're all great in it. Definitely go catch it on Netflix right now.
And for my deep cuts, I'm picking a Safdie Brothers movie, Good Time, which is starring Robert Pattinson and Benny Safdie, who I mentioned earlier for The Cure or The Curse. I'm sorry, The Curse. And so Robert Pattinson has a mentally challenged brother who is Benny Safdie in this one. He's trying to get him out of jail after a bank robbery goes awire, and now so he's trying to escape him while also avoiding getting arrested himself. It all takes place in one night. It's fucking intense. If you've seen the Safdie Brothers movie Uncut Gems, then just expect all the nonstop anxiety and just stress. It's a great movie. If you want to get stressed out, watch this shit. It's on Netflix. But once again, customers, thanks for tuning in. Let us know if you've seen any of these movies or anything of the topics we brought up. Let us know in the comments. Please like and subscribe. Fuck.